Now I'm joined by Nathan Hawkins, who one day decided, you know what, I'm going to make a trading card game, and thus before us we have Conjure. Nathan, why? Like, what inspired you to make it?
Well, I had always had an idea or a concept that I wanted to put into action. It's something that I've really worked on over the last 3 years. Obviously, a lot more has happened over the last year compared to the first 2 years. But I've always enjoyed playing card games. I just felt like there wasn't really anything new game for a little while, and I just felt that we could add a few elements that were very new to it, and it was just something that I've always had in the back of my mind.
You've taken a lot of I guess mechanics that people know. Yeah, you've got your own evolution system. You've got all these kinds of things that people would be familiar with from, say, Pokemon. You get all these kind of elements. Then you've taken it and made it your own. You've got the board involved. I mean, was it hard figuring out what you wanted to go with and what you thought would be better off left behind?
Definitely, yeah. It was probably the first year was all about the rule book. We had way too many elements at the beginning, way too complicated, too many systems going, too hard to learn. However, we think that we've got it back down to really you just want your minimum. You want the game to flow, you want it to work, and at the end of the day, the board can look however it looks and the cards can look fantastic, but it just comes down to the gameplay.
Now, as far as the gameplay goes, it's called Conjure, so I assume that you conjure things.
Spirits.
Give us a quick rundown of how you go about playing the game.
Okay, well, how it works is you conjure spirits to the field. On your field, you have 6 conjure squares. What happens is that as each spirit gets conjured to the field, you will then take up 1 conjure square. When you play spell or counter cards, that also takes up a conjure square, so there's a little bit of balance there. If you have 6 spirits on the field, then you can't fit any spells, and vice versa. And the idea is that there's 2 ways to win. You can reduce your opponent's health points to 0, or your opponent runs out of cards, or, which is a little bit different, is where it's a bit of capture the flag. You take your spirit across the board to your opponent's side, and you take one of their conjure squares, you occupy it for 2 turns, and you can actually win the battle that way.
I guess you're on Kickstarter. You're at the point now where people are interested in it. You've got the word out. Why Kickstarter? Why did you decide that it was the next step to try and push you guys above?
Well, it was Kickstarter is a fantastic organisation. It really is an amazing setup. It was something that I'm fairly new to as well. It is my first time on Kickstarter, and I just felt that it was a great way to get the players involved, get them involved early. It's also fantastic value for them for with the rewards tiers, and it's just a great way of getting out there, and it's in a really good format that people are comfortable with. With this, we have cross types, so that you generally have a deck based on 2 different types. The types are fairly generic, warrior, demon, etc. But where you're actually encouraged to is if you happen to have a knight warrior deck and you happen to find a demon card that has a really cool effect, you can put that in that deck and it's fully functional. You're not disadvantaged, and you have that flexibility.
There you go. It sounds very, very cool. Nathan, thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck with Conjure.
No worries. Thank you.